Ooh, hey, it's me. Wow, okay. Lighting. I'm at work, so if the phone rings, I gotta hang up or stop recording. I wanted to talk about, I'm sorry, it's been a long day. Psychic vampires, and what are they, and how can you best protect yourself from them? Basically, psychic vampires are people that make you tired for no reason. A friend of mine was talking about his ex-girlfriend and how wonderful she was and how intelligent she was, but whenever her and her friends got together over to the house, they always made him feel tired, and he didn't understand why. Well, it was because they were stealing his energy. They were feeding off of him. He was giving them, he was feeding them energetically. They were drawing off his energy field, if that makes any sense. I hope it does. If not, ask me about it. We'll figure it out together how I can better explain that. And so he would say that after they left that he would, be feeling a little bit better, but it would continue and continue. And that after they broke up, he felt so much better. He missed her because, he liked her an awful lot. He even used the dreaded L word. And I'm like, really? Why do you think that is? Why do you think you felt love for her when it is obvious that she drained you? And he couldn't figure that one out. And I was thinking that it was because it was almost like she was feeding him back that you must give to me because you love me energy, so that she could take even more from him. So it became like this vicious cycle of do for me, do for me, do for me. And like an addiction, it became an addiction on his part, to where he needed what she was feeding him so that he could give it back. And a lot of times in our lives we have these kinds of toxic people that we have a hard time getting rid of because they give us something and they take more than they give, certainly. They're called sociopaths, they're called narcissists, they're called abusers. And it is sometimes very, very, very subtle. And hard to recognize sometimes because it is so subtle. But it's always that they leave you feeling like they took more than they gave. That is always a sign that someone is sucking the life out of you. So if you feel like someone's sucking the life out of you, they are. If you feel like, I'm not really sure, I'm always tired, I always feel like I'm down or I've got the blues when I'm with this person. Sorry, it's the makeup thing again. Like I said, it's been a long day. You always feel like you're having to take a back seat, or that you have to tell them stroke their ego, tell them how wonderful they are, in order for you to feel like you're not being put down by them. So sometimes it's subtle, sometimes it is just so overt. It's like when you're stepping into an elevator and it's just like all the air gets sucked out of the elevator. That's just what it's like. And the best way to protect yourself from people like that is don't get around them. Get rid of them. Get rid of those toxic people in your life. Get rid of the people that drain you. Get rid of the people that aren't feeding you back. Stop feeding those kinds of people and look how quick they disappear out of your life. Because if you're not feeding them, what's the point? They don't need you. They will become more abusive for a while so that you will start feeding them again, so that you will become what they need you to be, which is their food. Emotional albeit, but it's still food. And surround yourself with that love and light. Surround yourself with protection. Surround yourself with armor. I like to, especially when I go shopping, because I hate to shop, mirrored sunglasses. I surround myself in a bubble of mirrored sunglasses so that only the stuff that I allow in gets in, and that everything else bounces back off, and nothing can come in that I don't allow. Sorry, my arm's getting tired because the tripod is at a friend's house. People like that can be very difficult to deal with because it can be so subtle, and they need ego stroking, and they need, sorry, I don't mean for all that glare from the lights at the office, and because they need such constant reassurance that they're doing good, that they're okay, and their egos tend to be out of proportion with any situation that they're in. Their needs are always greater than yours. They're usurpers. They will usurp you and your goals. They will usurp your needs. They will usurp your work. They will usurp your TV time. They will usurp your hobbies, so that they become the most important thing in your circle. So remember to protect yourself with that bubble of white light, the mirrored sunglasses, cosmic spiritual bubble wrap, if you were, and then get rid of them. Cut the spiritual ties. You know, do the ritual, the cord cutting rituals. Do whatever it is that it's going to take to rid yourself of people like that, because all they do is bring your vibration down, and right now that's the last thing this planet needs. That's the last thing that we as a species need, is for our vibration to be brought down. We need to raise it up as much as possible, because the times, I've been saying this for a couple of years now, the time, it's done, it's over. The time for hanging out and waiting for a sign to get a move on, waiting for us to do something, is over. We got to do something. We got to do it yesterday. And if we don't raise our vibration and start ascending and start learning these lessons now and start ridding ourselves of toxic people, it's going to be way too late. That old saying of the sign with people running around with the signs going, the end is near. You know, it really is near. Nearer than we think. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the comment section below. Please like, comment, and share, because I like attention too. And I wouldn't want you to miss anything. If you like what I have to say, and you want to hear more, please, hit the little bell button thingy down there in the corner where, oh look, I've lost my, there we go. The little bell thingy that lets you know I've got another video coming up. You can find me on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Those seems to be the three that works for me. I've got books all over Amazon, and I've got at least one more coming out by the end of the month, which would be May of 2019. And this has been of value to you. Please share it everywhere. And ask me anything you need or would like, and maybe I have an answer. If I don't, I'll find it for you. So thank you so much, and until next time, be happy.